So, Mr. Briscoe, what would you do if you're on vacation in Uganda and you heard a crash and you find that Coney is trying to get in your house and take your children?
Well, I think that the panic that would result from that, I can't even imagine what that would feel like to have someone take your kids. And certainly, I think now what I would feel is I could have done something about it because of the individual involved, right? I already knew this guy was doing these kinds of things. What could have I have done to stop this before it actually involved my kids, right? So in that way, I think maybe there's a call to action as I think on that. Like, what am I going to do to stop it so that that potentially doesn't happen, right? Because that's certainly happening to real people in the real world right now.
If Coney was at your house and while you guys were all sleeping and he broke into your house and you heard gunshots upstairs and he's potentially probably killing your family, what would you do to either get him or take action?
I mean, my first instinct would be to, in that situation, do whatever you can to stop him, right? Whatever it takes, and even force. When you're talking about somebody that has that kind of power, you need to do something bold. If they're in the moment and they're doing something like that, bold force is probably what it would take, yeah.
Let's say that Coney did find a way to take your children from you. Would you go into the jungle after him, or would you have authorities try and find them for you?
Well, I think maybe both. It would be hard just to sit back and watch and trust that other people are taking care of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would also recognize that that's a big force, a big power to try to take on by myself. And so I think you have to have that sense of community to take somebody like that on. You have to have people beyond yourself to really make a difference. And so I think it'd be both. I'd want to be a part of that search. I'd want to be a part of getting him. But I think you definitely couldn't tackle that on your own.
Well, thank you for letting us interview you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yep, thanks.